Imagine waking up to hear a noise coming from downstairs or somewhere else in your house. You immediately reach for the phone to dial 911 at the same time that you get up and lock your door. Seconds later, you see what appears to be a masked individual breaking into the door, kicking it down. In that moment, you realize or have the potential to realize of what it's about to happen, and one thing goes through your mind: if I only had a firearm. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is James Burnett, and I want to talk to you a little bit today in hopes of persuading your views in the matter of the right for everyone to bear firearms or own firearms. In the next several minutes, I intend to help you gain a better understanding of why everyone has the right to own firearms and why firearms are so vital to the nation as a whole. To help me do this, I'll start by discussing the right to own firearms, the role hunting plays with firearms, and then also finish up with the economic impact firearms play in the United States. Now that I've laid the foundation of what I'm going to be talking about today, let's go ahead and take a look at the right to own firearms. Every American citizen in the U.S. here has the right to own firearms. This was given to them by the Second Amendment, which states the right of the people to keep and bear firearms shall not be infringed upon. The Second Amendment was ratified in 1791 and has been in place since, which, as I stated, gives everyone the right to own a firearm. There are a multitude of reasons for needing to own a firearm, as you can imagine. Just like the scenario that I gave at my introduction, protection of oneself, one's family, one's belongings. It's everyone's right, the inherent right to self-defense. There are other reasons as well, one of them being hunting, which I will talk to you in later on. Secondary or tertiary, is the just the recreational shooting of weapons has become more and more popular as the years have moved on, especially now that we have individuals returning from such a long wars. Many more people that may not have been exposed or experienced with firearms got the training and received training in firearms and weapons training in the military, and have separated from the military now and like to or enjoy collecting and shooting firearms. Now that you have a better understanding of the right to own firearms, let's take a look at how hunting plays in regards to owning weapons. Benefits of hunting in the United States are a multitude. One big one, population management of wildlife. Several types of wildlife, especially white-tailed deer and larger animals. If their populations aren't managed, aren't kept under control, it has a bad problem of spreading disease, which is very bad, and then devastates the herds or the animals, and then it can be spread between animals. If a deer or elk is killed and carries the disease, it can be spread. Other benefits from the hunting is the revenue generated from license fees for the hunting license. Everyone has to buy a license. That money is immediately returned and put back into communities. Also, bigger than that is the wildlife management areas where a lot of this wild game and the animals are maintained, is helped to pay to do that. Also is the related jobs that are generated, whether that be from rangers that work out in that aspect, just out west where you have hunting guides that go out and will take groups and move them into areas to help them, people that process deers, taxidermists, all of that. Last but not least is food. There's still thousands of families that rely each year on food from game that's killed. So that is a multitude of reasons why hunting is. Also is firearms safety taught to younger adults when they want to hunt as they get older. Everyone goes through hunter safety, teach them very early and very young about how to properly handle and work with weapons. Now to discuss why firearms play in the hunting, let's go ahead and take a look at the impact firearms has with firearms sales in the nation. A report put out by CNBC on the 3rd of January of this year, 2012, titled "Firearms Sales Ring in 2012 with a Bang," showed that the only two firearms companies that are actively traded or publicly traded companies, the large fourth quarter earnings that they had. The first one, Sturm Ruger and Company, reported a 38% increase in the fourth quarter, which netted $80.5 million. The next company, Smith & Wesson, the other traded company, reported a 10.5% increase, and that equated to $92.3 million just from those two companies. That doesn't even include all the other companies that are out there. So you can see how that money is put back into the country, back massive amounts of money, and then the jobs held by the firearms manufacturers, whether it's from the manufacturers to the retailers that distribute and sell the firearms or firearms accessories. It's just a massive amount of money that impacts the economy within the United States. Now that I've talked a little bit about the economic impacts for the U.S. with firearms, let's do a recap. In conclusion, I've tried to persuade you today to how everyone's right to own firearms. And to do that, I talked a little bit about everyone's owning firearms, the roles that hunting plays with firearms, and the economic impacts firearms play in the United States. I would like to take this time and opportunity to thank you and hope that you all have a good day. Thank you.